The 17 Sustainable Development Goals were adopted by the United Nations in 2015 to lessen the inequality gap between countries whilst protecting the planet for future generations. To achieve this, the UN focused on implementing targets which incorporate aspects from the environment, economic and social causes. In this film, we are going to be discussing the 6th Sustainable Development Goal, clean water and sanitation. As suggested in the name, SDG 6 focuses on making sure the entire population has access to clean water and proper sanitation by 2030. As of 2020, 2 billion people lack safely managed drinking water. This means 26% of the population are without one or more of the criteria for safely managed drinking water. The criteria includes improved source located on the premises, available when needed and free from microbiological and priority chemical contamination. 9 out of 10 of the worst countries for access to clean water reside in Africa, the worst being Eritrea, where around 80% of the population lack basic water services. On the other hand, 3.6 billion people lack safely managed sanitation, making up 46% of the population. Safely managed sanitation is defined as private improved facility where fecal wastes are safely disposed on-site or transported and treated off-site, plus a hand-washing facility with soap and water.
The extreme and widespread effects of poor water and sanitation emphasise the ubiquity of water. Said effects are prevalent on a global scale and include disease, agricultural instability and gender inequality, with secondary consequences being poverty, hunger, dehydration and death. First, looking at disease as one of the main consequences of poor water and sanitation, waterborne illnesses including cholera, typhoid fever, hepatitis, kidney failure and E. coli can be deadly and easily transmitted via unsafe water sources. Upon introduction of a safe water supply, personal hygiene improves, mortality decreases and consequently life expectancy rises as these deadly illnesses are eradicated from suffering populations. Secondly, assessing the effects of poor water and sanitation in terms of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals is important because they work symbiotically. Solving clean water and sanitation, Goal 6, would be key in achieving Goals 1 and 2, no poverty and no hunger, as well as many others including good health and well-being and reduced inequalities. Due to the importance of water globally, the effects are integral to everything, and so the eradication of poor water and sanitation is the global goal that should be focused on the most.
Sustainable Development Goal number 6 has 8 targets set by the United Nations with 11 indicators of progress. These targets are 6.1 by 2030 to achieve universal and equitable access to safe and affordable drinking water for all. 6.2 by 2030 to achieve access to adequate and equitable sanitation and hygiene for all and end open defecation. 6.3 by 2030 to improve water quality by reducing water pollution, eliminating dumping and minimizing release of hazardous chemicals and materials, halving the proportion of untreated wastewater and substantially increasing recycling and safe reuse globally. 6.4 by 2030 to substantially increase water use efficiency across all sectors and ensure sustainable withdrawals and supply of fresh water to address water scarcity and substantially reduce the number of people suffering from water scarcity. 6.5 by 2030 to implement integrated water resource management at all levels. 6.6 by 2020 to have protected and restored water-related ecosystems including mountains, forests, wetlands, rivers, aquifers and lakes. 6.A by 2030 to expand international cooperation and capacity building support to developing countries in water and sanitation related activities and programs including water, harvesting, desalination, water efficiency, wastewater treatment, recycling and reuse technologies. And finally, 6.B, to support and strengthen the participation of local communities in improving water sanitation management.
The world is not on track to meet Goal 6. Achievement of Goal 6 would require a quadrupling of progress rates and an additional investment of $114 billion per year. Progress towards Goal 6 is challenged by climate change, population growth, political will and a lack of appropriate data. In India, the per capita water withdrawal is greater than the world's average water use, making it more difficult to achieve Goal 6 when combined with its growing population. Goal 6 underlies the success of many other sustainable development goals. For example, COVID-19 highlighted the importance of the provision of clean water for the prevention of disease. If progress continues to be off track, the achievement of the 2030 Agenda is at risk, hampering sustainable economic development and quality of life. The UN has implemented the SDG 6 acceleration framework, outlining the use of optimal financing, improved data, government collaboration, and innovation to increase progress rates. Some improvements have been made. Access to improved sanitation has increased, leading to a reduction in stunted growth and deaths related to diarrheal diseases. Due to the importance of water, even partial achievement of Goal 6 would bring great benefit in improving the lives of many people and the planet.